Happy Saturday! And you never need a reason.
Never need a why.
It's coffee time! So we got our coffees. It's like 90 degrees here this weekend in Florida. So we probably won't do the parks this weekend just to keep baby girl cool. But today, I'll show you when we get home. But we officially have our new bed and it's all set up. Yay! We slept on it for the first time last night and it is so comfy and it doesn't squeak, and we were both like, wow! And it also sits up because we did the taller box springs this time. It sits up so much higher, so I already love that aspect because I was so tired of our old bed being so low to the ground.
We also tried out the new grill last night.
Yep, we made burgers, so that was delicious. And we're gonna do spaghetti and meatballs tonight. Not that we're gonna grill the meatballs, but
Spaghetti and meatballs.
meatballs and spaghetti. But we are going out. I'm gonna pop in Nike because I'm looking for like new walking shoes because all my shoes are kind of dry rotted and old. Jack's always looking for running shoes, but we're gonna pop in there, and then we're gonna go to Home Depot because
Home Depot.
he is working on finishing his nightstand, and then we'll like go and start doing like my nightstand and the rest of our furniture. But now that we have a new bed, I asked for a headboard.
A sled bed.
Yeah, like a sleigh bed. I just think it would be pretty. So we did pop into like Ashley's Furniture and Rooms to Go a couple weeks ago, but I get so frustrated when you go
If
in.
I would add a hidden camera, you should have saw Erica's face.
Because they're all made of,
Like basically cardboard.
yeah, like, I don't know. So it's not nice.
It's like MDF. So MDF is just like sawdust.
Particle wood, yeah, that
just
they
like,
glue together.
Yeah, it's just like completely compressed, so it just falls apart.
Yeah, so anyway, it's back to being put on Jack to build. So we're gonna like hold off on like my nightstand because I do have a nightstand, but he never has. He just uses like a tray, like a TV tray. So we're gonna hope to finish his nightstand and then build the sleigh bed, and then we'll work on the rest of the furniture. We don't know how much we'll be able to do with the summer heat because it's just too hot for him to woodwork outside. But anyway, big picture is we're gonna pop into Home Depot and see what wood, because there's a place in Lakeland we've been to before that we might get our wood from this time instead of Home Depot. But I also want to do like a fancy like onlay, like a pretty flower or something. So I want to see what Home Depot has because we've looked at Lowe's, so we know what Lowe's has, and we've looked at Hobby Lobby.
We've looked everywhere, even Amazon.
Yes, and Amazon. Amazon has some decent ones. I also don't know what I want exactly yet, so I just like to go in the stores and see what they have.
I thought we should have done like the brass inlays, but
I said no. Because I just want him to be able to make it easy on himself and just like glue it onto the wood. Not have to worry about cutting it out. I get too difficult. Too difficult, too time consuming, and I just want it done.
Long intro, but come join us.
This is the Nike store I'm going to pop into really quick. Jack's going to stay in the car with Princess, and I'm going to take a look at my section and his section and let him know if it's worth going in. But it's packed.
You gotta beat all the resellers that always show up here.
Yeah. That buy thousands of shoes when you see him at the checkout.
Yeah.
But we're just off of West
Erlo Bronson.
Also
known as 192.
Oh, Wendy's. We really want to try their coffees. Yeah, the frosty cold brews, I think is what they're called. So maybe we'll get one of those soon. It's on my list.
Market.
This is like door service. I'm gonna get dropped off right at the door. I'm back in the car from, I'll turn this down a little bit. It's hot, so I have the air going. From Nike. I like have a love-hate relationship with our Nike stores because if you can find a pair in your size, you can get it for like a super good price. But they are always so packed and nobody is nice in there. If you're looking at something, they'll cut you off and like try to look at the same thing you're looking at. So I hate going in there. I didn't find anything. I'm just trying to try on new shoes. Like I like Pumas a lot, but I kind of just buy like their walking shoes, if that makes sense, not like a running shoe. And I was gonna get like more of a running style shoe for the parks instead of like my Pumas, just to have better support for my arches and everything. But I just can't decide if I like. I used to love Pegasus when they were doing like 37s, and now that they're all the way up to 39 and 40, I don't know if I love them as much as my original pair. Like my original pair, I had them for so long because I didn't want to get rid of them because they were so comfy. But the new style, I just can't decide. And then I thought I liked what is the other one, like Downshifter or something. I've tried that one, which I've never tried on before, and that one's actually pretty comfy. But then I also tried on the Pegasus Trail version, and that one happens to be really comfy. So then I was like, oh, well, maybe I just get those and I could walk the parks in like a trail shoe, even though like I don't need the trail aspect. Not that we don't hike here, but we hiked more when we lived in Arizona because that was more of a hiking place than Florida. But I don't know. So I'm just trying to figure out which one is the most comfy. I have looked at like Adidas and Pumas on like the more like gym shoe running style type, and I haven't found one that's comfortable, so that's why I always just go back to Nike. But to be continued on finding a gym shoe, a better gym shoe. I also picked up photos from CVS, and I get so disappointed. They're free because we get them through our T-Mobile Tuesdays or whatever. So, but their print jobs are so terrible. Like the color never comes out right. We have, I think, iPhone 15s, I think is what our phones are. So iPhone like brags about them being able to take great photos and everything, and then every time I get them printed at CVS, the color is awful, and I don't know what else to do because I don't like try to pre-auto adjust the colors or anything, but I'm just so over it. And that was like a free 8x10, so I was all excited to update one of our 8x10 photos, and the photo color of it is awful. Welcome to the Home Depot, where doers get more done. We always talk about this, but the actor that does the commercials, his voice is so perfect for the Home Depot commercial.
Erica found her decorations.
I don't have as many as like Lowe's do.
Thank you. She didn't want me to leave the case in the cart, so she was making sure I got it. But this is like what, not like specific, but like you want like an inlay. It would be
pretty, yeah, to like put, I don't know, not this one, but like something.
Yeah. They only have like 4 or 5
not
here.
All the way across or anything.
There's got to be another section of inlays, I would think. But we still got to look for concrete caulk as well, because there's a spot in our driveway that I need concrete caulk. So, moving on.
Look at that. 2 things in the cart.
2 caulks, 1 cart.
For a future home project.
Check out our Hello Pumpkin DIY channel. Hello Pumpkin Studios on YouTube. I just want to
just like that, we're gonna head home or make a pit stop at Ollie's Bargain Outlet and Ross in Burlington. We'll see. Now we're gonna pop into Burlington, Ollie's Bargain Outlet, and Ross. And we are at the Plaza de Sol. It smells like Chinese food in here. It's almost like a miniature mall in a way, because they do have like a Foot Locker in here. But most of the stores like don't even exist in here. It's just empty. But there is a food court. And then obviously like a lot of little kiosks. Look at those! It's like a deck of cards! And we've made it into Ollie's. Ooh, ice sparklings. I do like those. $12.99. Ghost lemon lime. We haven't been in here in ages.
There's your book if I've ever seen one.
Always Coca-Cola. Look, muscle chrome cars. Hot rod. Anyway, we just like to come in here and look around, see what they have, see what prices are. Sometimes you can get like killer deals in here. Other times they're the same price as anywhere else. But since we were driving by today, we just thought we'd peek in here. we're back home, so I thought I'd show you our Ollie's haul. We didn't buy anything at Burlington or Ross, but we did look into some stuff, and I had a 15% coupon to Ollie's, so we used that and got stuff even cheaper. The first thing we picked up are the Swiffer heavy duty dry cloths. I really like the heavy duty ones. I just think they work better in our house with the grout lines. It just like picks up the dirt that I don't end up getting with the broom better, I think, than just the normal Swiffers. And they were $14.99 for a 50 count, but after the 15%, it was $12.74. Oh, that's Home Depot. I'll show you that in a second. I think we already showed you that in the store. It's just for the outside concrete. Then I've been needing some of these like blender makeup things. I usually don't care about like the brand or whatever. They were $2.99. I thought that was a good price. And then after my 15%, it was $2.54. And then we're not picky on like face wash per se. We usually in the past have bought Origins, but that's because you could find it for like super cheap at Marshalls and TJ Maxx, but it's not cheap anymore. It's like $14.99 for a 5-ounce thing of face wash. But Ollie's had these, and they are 6.5 fluid ounces, just a cream cleanser, and they were $3.99. I've seen these at Burlington before, and they're $4.99, and I think I've seen it at Marshalls for $4.99 as well. So we bought them because they were $3.99, and we just got 3 of them because we'll use it, and we put it in our guest bathrooms when we have guests. So good deal on those. After the 15%, they're $3.39. And then I couldn't pass this up because forever ago I told Jack I really wanted to try the hot chocolate chapstick because the old packs were mint hot chocolate, and I hate mint and chocolate together, and it always like stunk so bad, and I was so disappointed that I'm so excited they now made it as hot chocolate. And so they had these for $1.99. So I'm excited to try this. And then the last thing we got was this taco packet. It was 99 cents, 89 cents after our 84 cents, I mean, after our 15% off. So now, instead of meatballs and skitty, we're gonna have tacos. Cause this, like, we haven't had this Frontera sauce in so long that it just sounds super good. And we have tortilla shells that are gonna expire anyway on the 20th of this month. So we were like, we'll just do this because our pasta sauce lasts for like a whole nother year, and so does our pasta itself. So like the meat was the only thing that we wanted to cook up today. So we're gonna switch it up and do tacos. So Jack is hard at work cooking tacos. He wants some onions with his, so he's got onions. We have our beef going, and then the rice going, and then we're gonna make some refried beans.
It was meant to be because we picked up avocados yesterday.
Yeah, we have an avocado ready, so we're gonna make guacamole. It's gonna be delicious.
Dinner is served, and here's a look at my tacos. I ultimately always use soft tortillas. I just like soft tortillas better. So I did soft tortillas, the refried beans on the bottom, the ground beef, and then these are my sauteed onions. I just did butter with a little bit of garlic salt and some Mrs. Dash. It's like the Chipotle Mrs. Dash. Then Sargento's double cheddar cheese, and then I top it with my homemade guacamole.